If you keep wondering if somebody understands, darling, I don't understand you.
Have you ever tried doing a cleanse?
Don't ever say that word to me again.
Have you
JK.
ever tried doing a blends?
Is there code for cleanse?
Yeah.
No, I really should.
I'll do it with you. We can be cleanse buddies.
Okay.
Cool. Let's do it.
Give me a year.
No. I do it like next month.
What kind of cleanse?
Like maybe like the Whole30. That one's easy because it's not like fasting or anything like that. But it is a dedication of a different way of eating for 30 days.
I can do that. I just don't think I could do no caffeine.
No, I wasn't going to suggest that.
Oh, thank you.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Whole30 means like
But
it's no processed foods.
But that's one of them for Whole30, no caffeine. That's why I didn't do it in the past.
Well, we can make our own rules.
What if the Whole30 cops put me in food jail?
Whole30 jail? Where they put a 30 in your hole?
Are we recording? Because this is good.
We are.
Cool. A Whole30 in my...
They put 30 in your hole.
30 what?
You'll figure out when you get to Whole30 jail.
I don't like that.
All right, well.
We love it, though.
We won't go to jail.
That's one of my biggest fears.
Going to jail?
Oh, yeah, 100%. Where I constantly look up, like, what to do if you're, like, sent to jail. And they say, like, one, cancel all your credit cards. Because if you're in there for 10 years and you don't, your credit gets fucked up when you get out.
You're talking about prison.
Prison.
Okay, because jail and prison are very different.
True, a penitentiary.
What would you get sent for?
Here's the thing. Just because you didn't commit a crime doesn't mean someone won't accuse you of a crime. It scares the living shit out of me. This is real.
What would you be accused of?
I don't know.
Being too multicultural?
Possibly.
Wearing that shirt without an Indian accent?
In Trump's America. You're not wrong.
Oh, whoa. I don't know. I'm either head under the sand or a level-headed non-alarmist.
That's good.
Because I'm chilling.
I'm vibes. But you got charm.
I'm never going to go to prison. I know that about myself.
And if you do, I think you'll be good at it.
Well, women's prison, I don't know. I say that now, and that if I probably looked up what happens in women's prisons, I could be shocked that maybe they're just as dangerous and scary and crazy as a guy's prison.
Yeah.
What about a they's prison? What is it?
That feels like the worst of them all.
A non-binary prison?
Yeah.
Oh.
Want to silence your
I mean,
laptop?
actually, how would it be bad? Would it be bad?
You used to get canceled left and right.
You just get shunned.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Story Dysmorphia. As always, I'm here with Janan.
I'm here with Saurabh. So, on this episode, we have stories to tell. This podcast is about the stories that which we tell each other hanging out at a bar, and the other person goes, "What? That's crazy!"
Yeah.
And they can either be personal stories, like this happened to me, or just something that I know that happened in the world that's freaking bananas. Mm-hmm. And I like to think that anyone who listens to the show or watches the show can then use these stories for fodder of small talk.
Take them.
So instead
they're yours. Even the personal ones, just pretend they're yours.
Yeah, I don't care. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into some story stuff. People who are listening, you shall relate if you've ever had a disastrous vacation. You ever had a crazy vacation that did not go as planned?
I think is this the island one?
Yeah.
Okay. I've heard this one before, but it's so good.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
You've never had a disastrous vacay?
I'd like to think my whole life is a vacation that's constantly in a state of disaster.
Oh my god, I set myself up for a spit take.
Got him.
Okay. Okay, so I guess the answer is no. You've only had flawless vacations.
I didn't say flawless, but I wouldn't classify any of them as a disaster. But I know the story, and it is a straight-up disaster.
Yeah. Well, people have had, like, I've missed flights and forgot to pack something I really needed. Mm-hmm. No, this was, like, did not know if I was going to make it home alive.
Yeah.
My wife and I are deciding on where we're going to go for a beautiful beach getaway. Mm-hmm. And her uncle happens to have been a cameraman for Bear Grylls. So, yeah, he's been to a lot of weird and crazy places. And he's like, oh, the most beautiful beaches that I've ever seen have been the San Blas Islands, north of Panama. or Panama, if you're pronouncing it right.
Wow, that was beautiful.
Thanks. So he showed us pictures and we're like, this is amazing. And he's like, yeah, so you can either charter your own yacht or book it directly through the native folk, the indigenous people who autonomously run these islands. And of course, there is a price difference between those two things. And this is many moons ago when, I mean, probably now it still wouldn't really be doable, but like, nah. We were on a budget. So I looked up the cost of this place and it was all inclusive. Pretty rinky dinky like 90s website that, you know, this is 2017 and that didn't alert us to anything. We're like, whatever, you know, who cares? It's just a website. $250 per person, all inclusive, 3 days.
Okay.
They boasted about snorkeling. They boasted about basketball courts, volleyball courts.
You love all those things. Not playing volleyball or basketball. You just love the courts.
Yeah, just that open space to stand in while other people play.
It's her favorite thing in the world.
So we were like, this is amazing. Oh, and all the meals included. Your lodging, all the meals. There was a $25 difference between the tent, the island tent, it was kind of glamping, or having a little casita, a little like hut, basically.
That's another beautiful pronunciation.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So we decided to go with tent. We were like, we're trying to make this budget. And we get to Panama and we stay the night in just like a regular hotel there to be picked up in the morning by they said private transfer to the docks that would then take us to the island. So we get picked up at freaking 3:30 in the morning. We had actually only like slept maybe 2 hours because of our arrival. And it is a super old school, I think, Land Rover. I was just like, awooga. What kind of car is this?
That
was the horn sound of it.
Okay. A wooga for me is usually like, it makes me think of like a cartoon wolf who's like,
seeing big boobs?
Like
seeing big boobs?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this was seeing an old car.
Okay.
So we get in and proceed to go pick up 2 other couples around Panama. So it was not private, whatever. We proceed to go out of the city and through the jungle to the Caribbean side of Panama. And it is an insane Jeep ride, Land Rover ride. Just so many hairpin turns through like mountainous terrain. The kid driving was like 16 or 17. He was a child.
Damn.
Blaring really crappy reggaeton. Like just like
You pronounce that beautifully.
I speak Spanish.
Really?
Well, not like super fluent, but I'm pretty good.
Okay, say something.
Hola. ¿Cómo estás?
Damn. Honestly,
Thank you.
sick.
Thanks. So we
17-year-old reggaeton. Reggaeton.
reggaeton. Okay, and get this. He has one of those little like screens that I guess just you can attach to your car. It's playing the music videos of these songs.
Honestly,
while we're driving.
sick.
And I stared at it so hard for 3 hours because I was so fucking car sick. And a lady puked. A lady actually was like, "What?" into it. It was so nauseating, that car ride.
Was it just doodly loo loo?
It was doodly loo. Very doodly loo.
A wooga.
Very. We're all tired probably. So we get to the shore, and the famed basketball court was there. It was not
Decrepit.
it was very decrepit. That's the right word. And the guy walks up to us, kind of a big dude, very obviously an indigenous man. He's just like, "Hey, I'm Pete." Like, I'm
what
here.
made it obvious?
His entire look. I don't know.
He had a badge that said "From here."
He didn't look like he looked like the guys in the pictures on the website.
Beautiful.
So, yes.
Beautiful.
And goes, "I'm Pete. I'm going to be, making sure that you get to where you need to go. So, yeah, I'm the little captain of this little, it was like a long speedboat that's seated like 12 with like a roof on it. Mm-hmm. And there's a 15-year-old-ish, I'm guessing, maybe even younger kid.
Just to clarify, you've gone through the Jeep to get to a boat?
Like a dock. Like a very rudimentary little dock.
Okay.
With like 2 buildings that were very dilapidated, broken down, and like one shitty little basketball court.
Yeah.
That was not working.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like no actual hoops, just like the backboard.
Cool.
Yeah. We all pile into this. It's us and 2 other couples, and then the driver of the boat, the captain of the boat, Pete, and his first mate, this kid. Okay. And the kid's kind of like running around the boat, just like pulling, like making sure the roof is good, and like helping us with our bags, that kind of stuff.
That guy was fighting for his job. He's like, yeah, Ooh, that is our sponsor, the Union Pacific Train Line.
You hear that train?
Yeah.
You're going to hear it more.
Yeah.
We're not going to pause. I'm going to talk over it.
Talk over the train?
Yeah.
As you should. We're not going to acquiesce to this train.
No. So podcast people listening, if you ever hear a train, it's not a sound effect we added in. It is a legit train like 30 feet that way. Anyway, speaking of trains, let's go back to my train wreck of a trip.
Honestly, sick.
Thanks. We start going, and it's beautiful. Like, at that point, I think it's like maybe 9 a.m., something like that. It's so beautiful, the Caribbean, you know. We're just kind of like, okay, starting to feel the vibe, starting to be like, this is not scary crazy. And we pull up to an island about an hour after having, like, just speedboating through the ocean. It's a long trip.
Yeah.
We're not in a big old boat. We're in, like, something that
That's
probably can't go that fast.
Wild that there wasn't just like a, what is it called? Like the boat plane? What are those called?
Boat planes.
They're not called boat planes.
Skippers? Leapfrogs. Lily pad jumpers.
That's it.
Jumpers. Something jumpers. Lily jumpers.
Sure.
Comment on this episode to tell me what it is.
Just going through it. Huh. A lot of slurs again. Huh.
We pull up to an island. We dock, and Pete gets off. He's like, "Hey, this is not where you're staying. We just need to stop and get something real quick." And we're like, "Okay." So there's this island is a spit of an island, and you literally could take a 3-minute walk and you've looped the whole island. It's very small. There's 3 or 4 structures on it. No chairs or anything. Just beautiful, and it's beautiful. White sands, palm trees. You have a question?
Yes. What nation does this island belong to? Panama?
Panama, but it's autonomously governed by the
French Foreign Legion.
gosh. Cut to Janan having looked this up, and then now we can say it. Kuna.
Kuna?
Mm-hmm. Okay. The Kuna people. It is autonomously governed by them. Okay, so, we don't all want to just sit on the boat, so we just kind of get off and, lay on the beach. We're just like, wow, this is so beautiful. And we're there for, 15 minutes, then 30 minutes, then getting close to an hour.
This was the pit stop island?
Yes.
Okay.
And we're just kind of Pete and the kid had just disappeared into one of those little structures on the, that we could see. It was not even like a football field distance. It was right there. So I'm like, I turned into Karen, and I was like, I'm going to go and talk to the manager and get this boat moving.
Yeah.
And because there are no bathrooms, by the way, so we're all just holding it, kind of contemplating, are we just going to go pee in the ocean right now in our clothes?
That's FUBAR.
Yeah. I go, and I hear them all, laughing and talking in another language, and I, peek through a crack, because it's just a wooden structure. I peek through a crack, and they're all drinking a bunch of rum. And it's 10 a.m. And no judgment, okay? Do what you do. But if you have the lives of tourists in your hands, probably not so good to be getting drunk at that time of day. And I'd like to take this opportunity to say that really sucks. And I am no way saying, oh, idiot, dumb brown people don't even know how to, act or run a business. It's actually a really sad problem with a lot of indigenous peoples. So I want to just say that I'm not, being I would like to not be hashtag canceled.
Thank you for your courage.
I'd like to be hashtag couraged.
If you're canceled twice, you're renewed.
So I just kind of then was like, knock, knock. Hey, Pete, when are we going to go? And he's like, we'll be out in a minute. So we get back on the boat at some point, and it is clear that they've had drinks. He is kind of having us go side to side in the water, and the kid also is drunk too, by the way. He's
Sick.
laughing and giggling, and us and the other tourists, because we had kind of sort of started to talk by then, we're just like...
How many other tourists were there?
There was 2 other couples, so it's 6 of us total.
This is the opposite of White Lotus. This is Brown Lotus.
Yeah. And after another, I don't know, I can't even remember the amount of time, maybe 30 minutes, we pull up to the island that we're actually going to stay at. It is bigger than the island that we were on, which, by the way, was called Dog Island.
Cool.
I remember this fact.
Any dogs?
There was 1 dog.
Yeah,
So
honestly
they called it
cute.
Dog Island. So we pull up to the island we're staying on. I don't remember what they named it. Also very small, probably 10 minutes walking if you were to go all the way around it. And
Beautiful, though.
it was so gorgeous.
Okay.
The most gorgeous islandy beach water I've ever seen. You just look down into crystal blue waters. You could just see the colorful fish and the reefs, and it was really
Beautiful.
gorgeous. Yeah. So they're like, okay, let me show you to your accommodations. And a guy walks us over to a tent in the middle of the island, and it is blue tarp held up by ropes with a moat dug around it. That's it. That's it. And I think they expected us to bring sleeping bags. We did not. And so I was like a Karen again.
Sorry, moat?
Yeah, like because it would sometimes rain. It's, you know, the Caribbean.
Oh.
And so in order for it not to just like flood completely inside, they dug a moat.
So it's
like,
royal. Moat means royalty.
There's no drawbridge. You could step right over the moat.
Okay.
That's about
minimalist.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
It was very zen. But I didn't want zen. I wanted a roof. So I was like, hey, can we, look, I will pay you for a hut. I will pay that extra little bit of money to get a hut, please. They were like, we don't have any left. To which I was like, yes, you do. I'm looking right there. I could see that no one was in it. I went and looked and everything. And they're like, no, you can't. So they finally go, yes, you can have that. Fine. We go and put our stuff. And it's, when I say grass hut, it is like not even 10 foot by, it's very small. There's enough room for one twin size cot and then a pole in the middle, grass on all sides, grass root, a single light bulb, and a hook for you to hang your backpack. That's it. That's the only thing in there. Put our stuff down, and they're like, hey, lunch is being served in this like big communal hall area. We start hearing screaming, like shouting, just
Someone's having a good time somewhere.
Saurabh, wait until I finish what I'm saying.
Okay.
Before you start joking, because it's...
Oh, this is the dark part.
Yeah.
Keep going.
And everyone who, because, you know, this island has a few more structures. There are actually a couple families that live on it and that like take, you know, just like make sure the stuff happens for the travelers. But everyone runs to the shore where our boats were docked. And so all of us eating lunch were like, what the heck's happening? So we get up and run maybe like 100 feet to this, and the kid had drowned.
The first mate?
The first mate. Yeah.
The rum drunk kid?
The rum drunk kid. Yeah. He, and by the time we had gotten there to be just onlookers of a tragedy, they had already pulled him out of the water and they were trying to resuscitate him. And they had some crazy way of getting the water out of him where two guys grabbed his legs and they were like whipping him. And like, he was like, claw, claw. He did eventually like have a bunch of water come out of him. Like it wasn't coughing. It was just like a lot of water came out.
Yeah.
And by that time, I mean, we maybe stood and watched for like 5 or 10 minutes. By that time, they had a boat ready and they all just threw him in the boat. And like 4 guys went with him and just sped off. And we were like, we're in these folks' hands for the next 3 days. Oh my God. We don't know if the kid lived. Just so you know. I want to say he did because of all the water that came up that they got. But I don't know. And they never updated us, even though we asked a lot. So really hope that ended okay. Because
they took him to Dog Island.
They probably took him to Panama, to a hospital.
What's your first thought, like, this really... Or second thought, like, hey, take me with you?
No. My second thought was just, like... I guess so, yeah. It was kind of like, how can we leave? So, yeah. Anyway, we proceeded to be there for 3 days where the snorkeling turned out to be crusty old snorkeling equipment in a bucket that had definitely been there for like a decade, where that you can have it for free and you can go snorkeling, and we certainly did, but it was gross. And it worked, though, and it was very beautiful. Oh my God, hold on. I didn't even tell you why the hut was such a big deal. That night, when we went, like, after the drowning and just being like, whoa, and then going to another island and paying tax and being like, oh my God, this place is, kind of crazy. We went to go, to sleep in our little hut. And I think it was like, I'd been asleep maybe a couple hours. I woke up, I had to pee. Because we drank rum instead of water.
Of course.
And I swung my feet off of this little cot and put them down into water. And was like, what the fuck?
No moat.
And because all the huts were actually like on the shore. Like you had your own little beach casita. Yeah. And I just was like, what the heck? And it's pitch black because they cut the power off at a certain time. Like you can't turn on your own light. And I had my phone flashlight though. So I turned on my flashlight and was like, about like, ankle deep of water. And opened the door and was like, just heard the waves crashing because we're on the ocean.
The tide came in. Yeah.
The tide came into our hut.
Jeez.
And so luckily we had put our bags up on the hook, and the cot was obviously elevated, and I just was like, I'm kind of scared of the ocean, and then I'm also like not super pumped about pitch black darkness in the ocean. It just scared the poo out of me. Well, I only peed. It scared the pee out of me. And I had to pee, so I was like, and opened the door, went around my hut, and there's a little outhouse area in the middle of the island. I went to the bathroom. I like waded through the water, came back into my hut. My wife was just like, the water's in her. I'm like, I know. And we laid awake, like wondering like how high up was this tide gonna get. And it got right up to the underside of our cot. And now we understood at that moment. That's why they weren't letting folks have that hut, because these islands are so tiny, they shift constantly. Like they probably had needed to move the hut because it had been there for a few months, and the tide had come into that.
That's
corner.
wild that they didn't warn you. But that's sort of the theme of these folks.
So we can role play that, or we can hear your story and then role play your story.
Sure.
Yeah, let's do that.
Mine is regarding French general Napoleon Bonaparte.
Who dat?
Who's Napoleon?
I'm kidding.
That'd be fucking funny if you've just never heard of Napoleon.
No, I'm kidding. I know that. The ice cream, right? The ice cream guy. Napoleon ice cream.
Mm-hmm. I think you're thinking of Neapolitan.
As a kid, I didn't know they were different words.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Did you think volleyball was volleyball? No time. This is the rabbit attack of Napoleon Bonaparte. He survived so much bloodshed and war, but he almost got deaded by bunnies.
Is this why the scary monster in Monty Python and the Holy Grail movie is a bunny?
Probably not even a little bit.
Okay, keep going. This is very intriguing.
Okay.
You have more to the story, or you just want to tell the
there's
headline?
more.
Okay.
1807, celebrate the Treaty of Tilst. Napoleon Bonaparte's chief of staff, Alexander Berthier, organized a rabbit hunt, but instead of wild hares, he purchased tame rabbits, which tamed rabbits aren't afraid of people.
Okay.
So how many rabbits do you think they got for this hut? And this was like on a large property of his like chief of staff, is whatever.
Well, if they're tame, I mean, I'm going to guess that it's a huge number, probably about 500? 100. 20.
Janan, 3,000 rabbits. 3,000 hares.
Who spent the time taming 3,000 rabbits at that year of humanity?
I think there was just no middle class at that point. So either you were just eating mud or you had giraffe. I call it giraffe money.
What year was this again?
1807.
That's not that long ago.
Yeah.
You didn't eat mud. There was a middle class.
I'm being hyperbolic.
Okay.
Did I interrupt you during your story? Constantly. Yeah, actually I did. So have fun. 3,000 rabbits, and they're not afraid of people. So these rabbits, for some reason, these bunnies, it's funnier to call them bunnies. I don't know if there's actual difference. These rabbits, these bunnies, hadn't eaten in a day or two because they had to transfer them to this little Bonaparte castle area. So these were starving
Hungry bunnies.
Hungry bunnies. Domesticated rabbits. So, and I don't imagine these 3,000 bunnies were transferred in such a way that they had these rabbits essentially traveled in the way you did for this vacation, in a very stressful
environment.
Yeah.
Okay. Poor
And
bunnies.
so very hungry, very pissed off. They attacked Napoleon and like his friends. And you know, back then you didn't have automatic weapons, so you maybe got 2 or 3 shots off of these rabbits.
So wait, let me understand this. They literally like open the cages, like run bunnies, and
Yeah.
instead of like running into the forest, they just turn around.
Yes.
Bunnies are vegetarian. Why would they attack people?
Not that day. I don't even know.
Did
They
they
weren't
have like
hungry.
carrots in their pockets or something?
Maybe, yeah. I mean,
Were they rabid?
I think they were just pissed. Because
This
they
is-
were domesticated, so they're not used to.
Now, I have had access to a couple bunnies in my life because I
Okay.
dated a woman who
Was a
had a
rabbit.
pet bunny. No, she was a rabbit lover. She loved bunnies. And the second one that she got was a little baby one. And I was like trying to stop it from chewing something it wasn't supposed to chew, or like pooping where it wasn't supposed to poop. And it's really tiny, so I'm sure any movement I made seemed super menacing and scary, even though I was trying to just be like, no, stop. So I took it as me being like crazy abusive and scary, and did like it would turn at me and go, and like stomp its little back leg and be, and then I would walk by and it would run at my legs and be, and like bite my ankle. So that's why I believe this is because I've had a little bunny try to defend its life.
They're so cute, but they have a will. You know, they have needs.
That's so. Wait, did he? I don't think this is how he died. I think that would be
No.
more of a famous story.
No. He killed himself, I believe. The attack, when the rabbits were released, they didn't run away in fear, but instead charged towards Napoleon and his men, mistaking them for their keepers who would bring them food.
Oh.
They were confused.
Okay.
They were disoriented.
Oh, they weren't even mad.
3,000 rabbits being transferred, that wasn't done in a humane way.
No.
Napoleon and his...
Well, they were killing them, weren't they?
Mm-hmm.
So then...
Napoleon and his entourage were overwhelmed by the rabbits, who nibbled on their buttons and boots, forcing them to their knees. Napoleon eventually escaped by fleeing to his carriage, with the rabbits following him in pursuit. The incident became a source of amusement and story that would be told for
God.
years to come.
How would they bring them to their knees?
Yo, as soon as something takes as soon as one of my buttons is taken down, I fall to my knees.
My buttons are being nibbled. Oh, man. That visual is so good. It's so good.
It's haunting. That's funny because Napoleon just had some massive, successful war effort, and that's why the treaty was signed. And so, yeah, just slaughtered a bunch of people, but then was almost did in by 3,000 rabbits.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, rabbits, for your service.
Thank you. Because he was a very sensitive guy, Napoleon. Apparently he had short guy complex. He's a very small guy. And so I imagine this just embarrassed the living hell out of Napoleon.
So you said it was an amusing story that people told, so I guess they told it behind his back.
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
He was... Did you see the movie Napoleon? Bad.
Napoleon Dynamite?
No, sick movie, though.
Okay.
That movie's awesome. This was Napoleon with him and Vanessa Kirby? Is that her name?
0% do I know this.
Very bad.
Fun fact about Janan is she barely sees movies.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
They're too long.
They're too long.
Mm-hmm. They're so long.
Have you seen Titanic?
Yeah, but I was a kid and...
I love that movie so much.
Anyway, let's act out.
Also, fun fact, Titanic didn't hit an iceberg. Hit 3,000 bunnies. It was just...
And the bunnies brought the Titanic to its knees.
It was just the amount of 3,000 bunnies.
You were also
Atlantic
imagining white
Ocean.
bunnies? Because I imagined 3,000 white bunnies for some
Same.
reason.
That's why they look like an iceberg.
Yeah.
It was confusing.
They're just in the ocean, just teeming all over each other.
Yeah.
They're red eyes. Bunnies with red eyes, those are scary.
I agree.
Yeah.
How about you are the doctor who's like taking care of Napoleon, and Napoleon's trying not to admit like how he got all these like wounds.
Okay.
Cool.
We're French, right?
Yeah.
Wow, second French story on this podcast.
Yeah, you don't have to be French.
But
I'm gonna
maybe
try
you want
be
to
French.
try.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, so it seems that you have many little scratches, and you can get infected really easily, so I need to treat you right away.
Yes, it was very, I was attacked. It was brutal attack. It was very dangerous. Just like 13 very big guys who came out of nowhere and just like bit me and stuff. But they were very tall but tiny mouths. That's why they're really tiny bites.
Yeah, I mean, is this a part of the war? You got your wounds during the war? It's very honorable.
Yes, he's war. They also these like tall, big, scary dudes are probably Russian. They like just ate all my buttons. They were like hungry button boys. It's not funny. Hungry button boy gang.
Okay, then how do you explain all the tiny white hairs all over your coat? The tiny white hairs all over your coat. How do you explain that?
Oh my gosh, I was making love.
Your accent.
I was making love to just a very pretty woman in a she had a mink coat on. Is mink. So that's what happened. I was making love to a very beautiful woman, very cool, and her is mink fur got all over me, and then I was done. I was like, thank you for sex, and I went outside, and that's when the Button Gang attacked me. So sex and the attack. It was a roller coaster day.
Yeah, that's all very well. I need to be careful treating these wounds, so I must know all the details. So, you mind explaining why the hairs on your coat match exactly this dead rabbit at the bottom of your shoe?
All right, I'm going to tell you what happened for real, but you have to be like super cool and like sign an NDA.
You are one of my best patients, and we have Dr. Patient confidentiality, I think, because it is late enough in history for that. So, yes.
So, like, and this is not even my fault. This is my stupid chief of staff. He like accidentally got like, how many rabbits do you think? He's like, too many rabbits.
If I sell too many rabbits,
And you were like, whoa. Like, if you were like, oh, normal amount of rabbits. And then when you were like, well, that's too many rabbits.
yeah, I mean, too many rabbits, yeah, probably. My gun can only shoot one at a time. Reload takes maybe.
He got 3,000 rabbits. And they were like, they were mean, and they were like probably like Russian and like racist or something. And they were huge rabbits too, like 60-pound rabbits.
These are scratches from rabbits. It makes sense.
They were bites.
I think it is what is making your accent so strange is rabbit scratches.
Yeah, they got that in my esophagus, and it was really dangerous. I did have sex with the mink coat lady though. That's 100% true.
Okay, well,
She had big heart, lovely. I love her, and that made the day really rough because I had a really nice time with this beautiful lady. Her name was Michaela. And you don't write that down. Don't write that down.
yeah, I'm just writing my medical report. No
No,
worries.
you can't write any
I
of
have
that.
to write it.
No,
I'll never remember it.
No, I don't think you should
It's
do that.
standard at the hospital.
No, I think that's just like a bad idea.
But I must. Oh no! I'm trying to heal you. How did you know I was writing a bunch?
Yes.
How did you know I was writing a letter to tell the newspaper of this ridiculous
Why won't you die?
silly story?
Are you treating yourself each time I shoot you?
These guns are not that effective. That's why we can still overthrow the government with our guns.
Can't reach you. Bring your neck closer.
No, what am I doing?
I don't know.
I fire you as my patient. And sing.
Insane. Wow. Think we
Your accent
is weirdly accurate.
went so many places.
It's really good.
You went Nacho Libre at one point.
Nacho. Yeah, it was.
I was having sex with a woman in a mean coat.
Yeah.
You were so.
It's really good.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, that's how Napoleon sounded.
We have no way of proving that.
Yeah, we do.
How?
Siri, play Napoleon's actual voice.
Now playing.
It's just Siri's on break. So what are our lessons from these stories?
Research where you're gonna travel
Mm-hmm.
and be wary of anything that seems so inexpensive that it's like too good to be true.
Okay. How would you sum that up in a hashtag?
A hashtag.
Like hashtag this.
What are we, millennials?
Yeah.
Okay. Hashtag
Verify.
hashtag careful out there.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay.
Okay, my like high level is don't get cocky, you know? He signed this thing and he wasn't prepared either. He wasn't prepared for this rabbit situation. So I'd say my hashtag is hashtag hairy situation.
Nice.
Is that good? This has been Story Dysmorphia featuring Janan
And Saurabh.
Closer. Join us next episode to see if Janan gets my name.
Join us next episode for Saurabh to stop telling that dumb joke, because I am saying his name right. I love you, buddy.
I love you too.
We love you.
Here's
Please.
some closing music. Credits. But it's just our names.
Over and over again.
Yeah. Post credit scene. Marvel style.
I don't remember.
Because you don't watch movies. And scene.